In this video, we will talk about move instruction. We will learn about move instructions. In the last video, we have talked about move instruction. The difference between move and movex instruction is that the move instruction is used to transfer data from register to register, or from internal memory to register, or from internal memory location, one location to another location, while the movex instruction is used to transfer data from external RAM memory. Sometimes in some projects we require large amount of external memory. In 8051, the internal RAM size is 128 byte. In small projects it is sufficient memory, but in some cases if we require large amount of data storage, then we have to interface external RAM. We can interface 60 up to 64K RAM memory. Here 4 different methods are shown. 2 instructions are used for read operation from external RAM, and 2 instructions can be used for write operation. So all these instructions are used in indirect mode. The first instruction movex a,@ri, and second instruction movex a,@dptr, both instructions are used for the read operation from the external memory. You can also notice that in all 4 instructions the data transfer is between the memory and accumulator. No other registers are used. So here we have to note that this data transfer occurs between the memory location and accumulator. So we need to remember that. Now, what is the difference between the first 2 instructions, a,@ri and a,@dptr? The ri means register R0 and R1. This R0 or R1 register can be used in movex a,@r0, or we can write movex a,@r1. ri means R0 and R1 register. Here R2, R3, R4 register cannot be used. R0 and R1 registers are 8-bit, so they can store 8-bit address. If the RAM address, external RAM address is of 8-bit size, then we can use this instruction. But if the external memory address is 16-bit size, or the address size is more than 8-bit, then we have to use DPTR. So DPTR is a 16-bit register which can store 16-bit address. External RAM from 00 to FF address, 00 to FF address is 8-bit address, and address size more than FF address is, if address is more than FF, then it is called 16-bit address, and we have to use DPTR. If the address is 10-bit, 12-bit or 4-bit, 14-bit, then also we have to use DPTR, because we have 2 options. Either we have to use 8-bit register or we have to use 16-bit register. So if address size is more than 8-bit, we have to use DPTR. If address size is less than 8-bit, we can use R0, R1 or DPTR. DPTR can be used for 8-bit address or 16-bit address. So DPTR can be used in both cases, but R0 or R1 can be used only when the address is 8-bit. Now next instruction is movex@ri, and movex@dptr, are similar instruction. Here the destination and source are reversed. See, in first instruction we are reading from the external memory, and the third instruction we are writing to the external memory. So from accumulator the data will transfer or copied into external memory, whose address in the register R0 or R1. And next, the fourth instruction, the data is copied from accumulator to external RAM memory, whose address is in the DPTR. Okay, let's understand this instruction with an example. So in this example, the question is copy data from external RAM 20H. The 20H is the address of the external RAM to internal RAM 40H. Here we have to copy data from external RAM to internal RAM. The address of the external RAM is 20H and address of the internal RAM is 40H. So what we should do. So first, we have to put this 20H address into register R0 or I1 or DPTR. So I have used R0 register because the 20H address is 8-bit address. So we can use R0 or R1. We can also use DPTR. But here, for example, I have used R0 register. So first instruction, move R0, hash sign 20H. This instruction loads immediate data 20H to R0. Now R0 has 20H, means now R0 can point to 20H. 20H can be internal or external. But if we use MOVX instruction, then 20H is external address. So in next second instruction, we have used MOVX a comma @R0. So this instruction actually transfers the data from external RAM because we have used MOVX instruction. So MOVX is always used with the external memory. Now R0 points to 20. Which 20H? Internal or external? Here the 20H is external. So R0 is pointing towards the 20H address, and that address is in the external RAM because we have used MOVX instruction. By mistake, if we used move instruction in the second line, MOVX ना जगह जो आपने move यूज़ करी नाखी होत, if MOVX की जगह पे हमने अगर move यूज़ कर लिया by mistake, then the 20H will be internal RAM address. R0 में जो 20 है उसको internal address गिना जाएगा. Compiler consider that address as a internal RAM address. But if we have used MOVX instruction, then this 20H address is of the external RAM. Compiler automatically understand that this address is of the external RAM memory. Now we have data in the accumulator because MOVX instruction transfers the data from 20H to the accumulator. Now we have data in the accumulator, then the next task is very easy. We have to put the data into internal RAM. So move 40H, A will perform that operation from accumulator to 40H. Okay. Now let us understand this operation using graphics. The same example here illustrated with the help of the graphics. So first step is move R0, hash sign 20H. Here the 20H is copied into the R0. So first step, R0 has 20H. Now R0 is loaded with the 20H. What will be the second? The second step is, now R0 has address, so we can write MOVX a @R0. So in indirect mode, the R0 has address, and from that address data will be copied. And it is MOVX instruction, so data comes from external RAM. So this black line with the arrow shows that the data from 20H will be copied to the accumulator. Now after completion of the second step, we have data in the accumulator. So the third step is to copy the data from accumulator to the 40H. So move 40H, A. That is the third step. Here our task is completed. Someone has asked me the question, we cannot directly move the data from the 20H to the 40H. No, we do not have any such instructions because MOVX works with the accumulator only. So we have to move data to the accumulator, then accumulator to the internal RAM. Okay? Hope this satisfies your query. Let's move to the another example. Now in this example, move the content of external RAM 3000H to the internal RAM 40H. Not that. This is the same operation. We are copying data from external memory to the internal memory. Same as previous one. What is the difference between two examples? Here the RAM address is 3000H. The size of the RAM address is 16 bit. 3000H means it is a 16-bit address. So we cannot use R0 and R1 register here. So we have to use DPTR. So let us see what this graphic says. The first step is to load address into DPTR. So friends, we have not used R0 R1, but we have to use DPTR because the address size is 16 bit. Move DPTR comma hash sign 3000. So this will load 3000 into DPTR. Now DPTR has address, so now DPTR can point to that address and we can use indirect addressing mode. Now in second instruction, second state, we have used MOVEX instruction. This instruction will copy the content of 3000 pointed by DPTR, right? DPTR में 3000 है, तो DPTR में अगर 3000 है तो वो DPTR 3000 को point करेगा. So indirect mode means content of DPTR and content of that address. What is the content of DPTR? Content of DPTR is 3000. So the indirect mode, the content of 3000 will be copied into A. So whatever in the 3000 will be copied into A in the second stage. When the second stage is completed, we have data in the accumulator. And in third instruction, we can copy that data into 40H. So our task is completed, right? Okay. So let us go to the next example. You have the same example. Copy data from external RAM F200H to the internal RAM 40H. Copy data, not date, data. From external RAM F200 to internal RAM 40H. This is the same example, but what is the difference? The address is F200 and it is 16-bit address. But if the address of data starts with the alphabetic number, say data is FFH, or data is F2H or A1H or A2H, if it starts with alphabetic, then we have to put 0 after hash sign. So here after 0, the hash sign, after hash sign we have put 0, otherwise compiler will give us error. So whenever you use an address of data which is start with alphabetic ABCDEFF से start थत्तु है, अगर वो start होता है ABCDEF से, तो आगे आपको 0 लिखना है, वो आप याद रखना. Note down please. So that is only difference in this example. Now what this example says, let us see. Copy 30H data to external RAM. Now we are writing in the external RAM. External RAM address is 3000 and we are writing 30H into that. So 30H is not date address, but 30H is data. So here एक्सटर्नल रैम में अगर आपको कुछ लिखना है तो वो अक्यूमुलेटर में होना चाहिए, क्योंकि अक्यूमुलेटर में से ही डेटा वहाँ पे राइट हो सकेगा. सो आवर फर्स्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन इज टू पुट दैट 30H इनटू अक्यूमुलेटर. सो मूव A कॉमा हैश साइन 30H. दिस इंस्ट्रक्शन कॉपीज 30H इनटू द अक्यूमुलेटर. अक्यूमुलेटर नाउ हैज आवर डेटा. नाउ दैट डेटा वी हैव टू पुट इनटू 3000H. So 3000 is a 16-bit address, so we cannot use R0 R1 again. So I have written move DPTR comma hash sign 3000H. So now 3000H is inside the DPTR and DPTR is able to point to the data address. DPTR has 3000. DPTR के पास अगर 3000 है तो वो उसको point करेगा. So in the next instruction we have written MOVEX @DPTR comma A, क्योंकि अभी ए में से DPTR वाला जो एड्रेस है उसमें ले जाना है, 3000 में ले जाना है, तो यहाँ पे DPTR पहले आएगा, @DPTR पहले आएगा, वो डेस्टिनेशन होगा. @DPTR मतलब 3000, तो उसमें डेटा जाएगा. ठीक है. होप यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस इंस्ट्रक्शन. उसको भी ग्राफिक्स से एक्सप्लेन किया हुआ है मैंने. सो इन द फर्स्ट स्टेज वी हैव टू पुट 30H इनटू A. So move A comma hash sign 30H, that will put 30H into the accumulator. In the second step we put DPTR में 3000 रखेंगे. So move DPTR comma hash sign 3000. यहाँ पे आप नोट करो, एक ही इंस्ट्रक्शन में मैंने MOVEX लिखा है और अदर इंस्ट्रक्शंस आर मूव. जब भी आप कोई नंबर DPTR या अक्यूमुलेटर में डालते हो तो MOVEX की ज़रूरत नहीं है. जब आप बाहर से डेटा लाते हो इनडायरेक्ट मोड में तभी आपको MOVEX ज़रूरत है. तो सेकंड स्टेप में आपने DPTR में 3000 रख दिया है, ठीक है, तो DPTR में 3000 आ गया. अभी DPTR के पास एड्रेस है, ए के पास डेटा है, तो वी कैन राइट MOVEX @DPTR comma A. और यहाँ पे हमको अक्यूमुलेटर ही यूज़ करना है, वो आपको याद रखना है. ठीक है. Okay friends, so we conclude here. All three examples are useful to you, may be useful to you. Hope you understand this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you.